Hello everybody and welcome back to our sevtech series on Hunter Ascended. Hope you guys are enjoying it so far. This, I believe, is episode 13. So, last episode was a bit shorter than the others, guys. If you guys have been following along, you'll know we set up our infuser, okay? We managed to set up our attunement altar, but we went to kind of look at the stars to move on, and the weather wasn't on our side. I'm hoping this night time will be a bit better. I did what I said I was going to do off camera. I just finished making, took about 10 minutes, I just made this little bit of a path towards this now, and we got a lot of spectral relays. You'll see why they're needed later. And yeah, I wanted to kind of show you guys something. So, we've been having a few problems with Starlight here, and we're going to have a few more in the future when it comes to the bigger and more advanced stuff to create. Now, if you press E, you can see here, it explains all this in the book as well. You got to remember, everything I'm talking about you can read up in the book, okay? But I just know which kind of way we need to go with it. So, you have different crystals. Now, normally, you have these crystals at a shrine, the white ones anyway, okay? But you can eventually create them, which is what we can do now. As you can see, you need a celestial altar, and you need stardust and resonating gems, illumination powder, and an attuned rock crystal. Remember, attuned, which is why we needed the attunement altar as well, so we can move into making stuff like this. Once we make this, we're going to be able to harness the power of light in the day a lot better, and we can also direct it to where we need to go with a linking tool, which I'll be showing you how to do. So at the moment, it's quite difficult for us to acquire this stardust, and we need it for quite a few things later on. One of the things we need it for is to make a celestial collector crystal, which essentially is an improved version of this. So the normal rock crystals that we acquire only have a strength of up to 400 and a purity like that. So therefore, the collector crystal, as you can see, can only go up to 400. The celestial one can go up to 900 because the gem that you use to make this one is an attuned celestial crystal. Okay? Now, it's actually not that difficult to create an attuned celestial crystal. Okay? What you need is starlight. You put it in the ground. This is why we needed so much starlight, guys. So, starlight will do a few things. If you place, for example, this has got a size of 386 and a purity of 89, yeah? Now, if we place that in that starlight, it's going to increase the size of the crystal, okay, by using up the starlight. Now, it's only going to go up to 400 because that's the max. However, here's a tip of increasing the purity. If you're lucky enough, whenever you're at max size, and it decides to split the rock, it's a really rare chance, but when it happens, you can increase, one of the gems will have an increased purity, and then you can get that all the way back up to 400% again, and keep doing so until you get a perfect gem. Now, that's okay, but it's not necessarily essential right now. What is useful is for us to create one of these celestial ones. Now, to do so, what you need to do is you can kind of get yourself any one of these, because the stats are kind of random. I always used to try and get a decent one though. So the stats are quite random when it comes to like what the celestial crystal will be. But what you essentially do is you throw your crystal in there with a bit of stardust. All right, you need to make sure it goes in the liquid. It's a bit fussy sometimes. And what's going to happen? You see that's got blue particles. In a moment or two, that's going to turn into a blue crystal. That's going to take quite a while to grow, which is why I'm just kind of starting this off while we go to the night time, right? It's going to take quite some time to grow, all right? While that does that, what we're going to be doing is we're going to look at some of the celestial pages, and I'm going to show you guys how we actually find them, okay? So you want to keep this undisturbed. It's going to glow blue, and this crystal can be a bit tricky on whether you know how to harvest. So as you can see, it's like this now. You cannot harvest this. Even when you think it seems grown, don't harvest it until you can clearly see that it's got particle effects coming off it. That means it's done once the particle effects are coming off it. That means it's ready. If you harvest this beforehand, you will be wasting what you've done. It will not work, okay guys? That's a fact. Alright? So, now we're getting to night time, guys, and there's no storm. If we click on our telescope, we can see the stars. Now, we can flick through the pages, and you'll see on different pages you've got different star constellations, like these big flashy ones, okay? And that means there's some sort of constellation here. Now, we only know of these 5 for now. There are other inside things to do with learning the others, okay? But for now, these are what we got. You can click them and you can kind of see the shape that it makes, okay? I find it easier to kind of count the stars on one that you're kind of looking at, and then you can check for that part, because if you know it's got the right amount of stars, you can see if it matches the pattern. So if we click this, yeah, we can see it's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we've got some down here. So it's a bit of a weird pattern, so we can kind of just have a quick look. I don't think it matches to that or that. That, maybe. Or potentially this, actually. Let's have a quick look. What have we got going? No, not real. So what you kind of do is you just kind of draw with it, guys. Okay? Just like this. Is this right? Maybe. And you kind of make your pattern. So, as you can see, that's not correct. Okay? We look at this. Although, wait a minute. That kind of seems right. Oh, wait, we did it to the wrong one. 1 second. So, always double check that painting. And essentially, you just kind of use your head. You kind of see where it's going, what it's doing, yeah? And you kind of connect the dots, you know? And once it's right, it will do this. Discovered constellation Discordia. And as you can see, it shows it red now. Now, if we get our book, guys, yeah, and go to the constellations, this is the one we discovered. Now we've got information. So as you can see, it will give you an explanation what it kind of does, yeah? And it shows you what a ritual effect sort of does, and refraction tablet, and other things like that, okay? As you can see, okay, saturate potions to grant strength to the consumer, or sharpens tools and empowers bows. So this is more to do with like attacking, like ranged attacks and things like that, yeah? That'll come more in handy later, but we're not really after that one. If anything, I want the Versio one, because that one's to do with movement speed, okay? And I want that one. This is going to be relative, guys, and I'll show you why eventually. But as you can see, there's not really too much on this one. As I say, some of them are actually hidden, okay, guys? So some of them you will find a lot more tricky to kind of figure out. Like this one is most likely one of them secret ones that you have to do other things for, and I've not 100% got that down yet. But we will maybe look at that if that's something that, you know, interests you guys later on. So we've got quite a few stars going on here. So if we just quickly check the constellations of what maybe that could be it. Like, let's have a look. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's not really any over here. So this is kind of the small one. So I actually think this one is this here, Amara. Okay. So we kind of see that it does this. Yeah. So what you kind of need to do is, like, obviously you can kind of, it just kind of goes in and out. I believe it was something like this, right, guys? And then down to here, across here, and back up. And there we go. All right. That's this one discovered. Okay. And eventually, sometimes you might have to wait until another night time. They're not all going to be in one night. But, no, it's not showing you this time. It used to show it up in the sky, which was quite useful. But either way, what we'll do is we'll kind of just look at this for now. I was hoping to get the Verisio one. What's this one like? That might be potentially. Is it? No. There's way too many. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there's way too many there. Could it potentially be this one? So, what was it? This with like this, and then I believe. I don't know if that's right, guys. Let's double check it. No, so it goes down instead. So this goes like this. I believe this is this one though, guys. You know, you kind of just have to wing it at some points. Like, there we go. So that's Evitas. Okay. It's a good one, if I'm being honest. I think this to do with a bit of like your health or armor. But obviously, you can, once you've discovered these, yeah, if you shift right click, we can kind of put these away, so we know we've discovered them. We've got 2 more really basic ones to discover, so we might have to do it on the next night. Okay. But obviously, you go to your constellations. Look, there's our armor defense. Okay, a repulsive force pushes away from the light. Okay, and it will give you a bit of a description to what it does. Okay, so it's a protective nature. So this is to do with your armor and things like that. Okay. Yeah. So it does explain it for you. This is the Vitas one we just got. Yeah. Creation. Being exposed to the forces of light. The living creature accelerates new growth from injure, mending equipment, and greatly healing the living. Yeah, so this is to do with health, okay? That will get us a lot of extra health, but for now we're actually going down the route of movement. And the reason I say that is because once we attune ourselves, we're actually going to gain perks, guys. And the perks we gain, yeah, will be relative to the thing. So we can gain experience, and you have to gain experience to unlock more perk points and apply them. So to do so, if we need to each kind of class that we choose to attune ourselves, because we can only choose one at a time to attune yourself at the beginning, but that will give you the ability to earn XP through a certain method. Now, the movement one, you can actually earn experience just by walking around. And since we do tend to do a lot of that, especially when I'm off camera, I do happen to know a way to basically automatically gain us levels for that one. That's what we're going to go for at the moment. You have got ones where you gain it from mining, but because that's a more tedious task, it's not as good. And ones from doing damage and taking damage and things like that. But I like to go through the movement way because I feel like that's the fastest way to get up your levels. And then later on, you can reallocate your points. So that's why we're going to be doing that, okay? One thing I want to show you, though, and how this actually works properly. So if I shift click, so say we just want to get every, what's an easier one? This should do for now. Okay, so what you do to actually correct the attunement altar is you make sure you've got your spectral relays, you hold your paper, and when you've got your paper in your hands at the night and if it's in the sky, you'll see that this has got some like blue coming off it, okay? And what you need to kind of do is kind of figure out where it is. So that one kind of looks like it's here. What you do is you keep switching back, okay? That kind of looks like maybe here, or most likely there actually. Okay, so we just put that there, okay? And this is essentially what we do, guys. We go bit by bit and we place them where you can kind of see the blue popping up, all right? If it's wrong, you'll know. If it's right, you'll also know, okay? Sometimes it can be a little tricky, not gonna lie to you. And of course, all the zombie guys want to come and play. I am busy. Thank you. Okay. Looks like we got one more down here. All right. Do we have any more? One of these wrong or something? You can always kind of see. So it's like 1, 2, 3. So like there's the 1, 2, 3 there, I believe. But it can be weird sometimes, guys. I'll be honest with you. It doesn't look like we're gonna get this. So that's one off. That should be here. Okay. And I think it's the same for this here too. That should be here. Okay. It's daytime now anyway, which is unfortunate for us. This is a bit of a tricky one to place. It does take a bit of fiddling around. You will know when it's done because what will happen is this will start levitating and glowing. Okay, so if this is the correct one, so obviously it's daytime now, so it's not going to work either way. But essentially that's what you have to kind of do. You have to kind of match these up. We're hopefully going to get Versio on the next night, and that's when we can do that because that's an easier one. But, you know, you just kind of have to go around. Sometimes, like I say, though, it is a bit tricky just to kind of see what's going on. Sometimes you think it's in the right place, and then it's like, nope, it's not. It just won't let you do it, okay? But that's why we made so many of these, because you can only kind of do one at a time, but that's where we're going to be going with that. All right, so let's shift, click, put them away. We know we still need to get them sorted, okay? We've got this crystal ready to attune as well after attuning ourselves. Yes, so one of the things we did need to do is we need to make ourselves some of them resonating gem things. And all that is aquamarine in the infuser, okay? So we're going to make ourselves 8 of them because we know we need it. Alright, guys? Again, you know, that's why I said this has been created. See how that's grown and it's got the particles? That means it's ready. That actually did quite quick, guys. Okay? Let me show you what happens now if we actually pick this up. Okay, so we're going to pick this up, destroy it. And we get 2 Stardust back, which is quite useful because it doubled our Stardust. Okay? And we get our Celestial Crystal. Now, this crystal is 48% and 637. So it's going to be quite good at making, but we can also still increase this by very simply putting it in a bucket of starlight, okay? Alright, so what we do is we're going to put this here, and we're going to chuck that, we're going to throw that back in there, there we go. So that's going to absorb it, and you'll see that the size is going to increase from like 600 to a certain percent. Once it gets up, we might see if we can split it just so we can get a bit of a better purity. It's not hugely essential, but it's just something that we can do. What we do want to do right now, okay, is we want to make ourselves this. So similar how we showed you the glass, okay. It's just going to use up some liquid starlight, and then we're going to be able to create what we need. Okay. Oh, look. So luckily it didn't use up any of the starlight this time. Like I say, it's random. It's not 100% of the time it'll use it, but you know, if it does end up doing it, then you just need to replace it. Like you see, it just did it in the corner there. So what we do is we grab a bucket of this stuff, place it there, and we're good to continue. Later on, I'm going to show you what a chalice type thing is, and it's basically a structure you put here with liquid in, and it lowers the cost of what you need, and it also stops this. It automatically kind of refills these parts if it goes down. So it's very useful, guys. Very useful. Okay. So as you can see, we're just getting ourselves these resonating gems. If you click usage again, shows you. You know, you can put these back in there to get that, but it's a bit of a waste, honestly. You can obviously build other things out of this. As you can see, we've got like 12 recipes that do require this. Some interesting things. We are going to need it to upgrade to the final altar. But beforehand, we're probably going to need a gem to be able to actually upgrade to the final altar for this one, guys. It's not too difficult. Look, glass lens, one of them crystals, you know, in the middle, 4 resonating, some sooty marbles. It's not too difficult. It's just about the actual starlight. In this case, we're going to be creating a gem, which is going to increase the starlight, which is what we'll go for. There are a lot of other things in this mod with like reflection tables that can give you other boosts as well. I've not 100% done all of them. It does take some time. This is something we will be looking into later on. Okay, it's basically a bauble item we can create, and some of the bonuses, oof, let me tell you, they're crazy. If you're really lucky, you can get like 4 times every enchantment that you've got. So if you've got fortune 3 on a weapon, or you know, on a tool, it can give you an extra 4 fortune on that tool while you're using it, or looting, or whatever it is, really. Okay, illumination wand is very useful. We can kind of just put like a little light source everywhere, but we can also acquire that through a perk. Tree beacons, I've read a few bits about them. I've not really dealt with them myself though, so it's something maybe even I'm going to look forward to doing later in the series. But like I say, for now we're doing what I know and that I know we're going to need to kind of progress for now. Other little bits and bobs and delving deep into like certain mods in the pack, we're going to kind of deal with later on. Like we can go back and just make life improvements, so to speak. You know, like the immersive engineering, you don't need to make a metal press to be able to continue, but we will be doing just because it's going to make our life easier at the end of it. But I also know that power is a bit of an issue while you're starting with that. So there's one's missing there. So it's just like one of them things, guys. So there's about 12 right now. We need it to hurry up. Wish we had a time machine. I don't think this has got Draconic Evolution in. A bit upsetting. I do like my Draconic Evolution. It's a really good mod pack, but you can end up with so overpowered. You can even control the weather and everything. You basically become a god. Not even gonna lie, you can become a god. Make it whenever you want, do everything that you basically heart desires. It just requires a lot of effort and work. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I mean, maybe we do. Maybe we unlock it later on, but I don't think we've got it in this pack. So there are our resonating gems that we require. Okay. So by the looks of it, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of make 2 that we actually require. If we come back here though, we'll see this is done what it needed to do. As you can see, it's almost that, you know, it's like 700 and something now. So you can grab another bucket, put down, and we can just chuck it back in there. We're going to just kind of try and get this as strong as possible before the night's out. We're not too bad about this one. Ideally, we want the Celestial one. The Celestial one just gives you so much more. It's as simple as that. It does provide you with quite a lot more. But if you don't have the finger, you can also make one just out of the plain rock crystal there as well, you know. So I believe to do it, we're going to need this. If we put astral sorcery again. Okay, so we're going to make a celestial one. So it's a similar recipe, so you just need 4 stardust resonating gem, and illumination powder, and then a tuned celestial crystal, okay? Which we're going to show you how you actually get that, okay? And that's going to create us one of these gems. Once we've got these gems, you can do it with a white one as well. Essentially, that pulls starlight from the sky towards it, and then you can direct it as a beam to other things. And it's going to be a really good way, because we've got the iron ore from the twilight, which we can go back and get more if we need to. What we'll be doing is we'll be placing that near the altar. We'll use a linking tool, and we link the light from one of these crystals to the iron ore. You don't want to do too many at a time, because otherwise it will take forever and it won't really do properly. But we basically turn the iron ore into the star metal ore without having to do all the other processes, okay? So as you can see, that's absorbed it. That's at 809 now. So it can be a bit fussy. Sometimes it'll gain more, and sometimes it'll gain less. And we'll just have to hopefully get in a better purity, you know? Like, it's not 100% necessary. It's more important later on when we're doing rituals, because the more purified and the size of the gem, the better the ritual will work. And some of the rituals, guys, that you can create with this stuff are crazy. We can turn stone at one point into ores that we need. And if this has got build, I think, is it build MC or something like that, we will be able to automate a process basically where we get infinite everything. You know, we can set up a thing where it basically creates stone for us. It'll place the stone within a certain area. The ritual will turn the ores into the ore, and then we'll have another like mining thing set up, a quarry that will automatically quarry it, and then we'll get it all filtered into our system where it'll be processed automatically and then put into our drawers. So then whenever we go to our computer, which we'll get eventually, it will be there for us to collect, just like that. I mean, on the last one I made, about a month's work or something it took, and I literally had like 1 million diamonds, 1 million emeralds, like everything. I had millions of everything. Never I needed any other ore again, which was quite fun, because it just meant I could do whatever I wanted then, you know, like go into the other mod packs, which is hopefully what we're kind of going for here. Okay, so we're just going to keep doing this while we wait. There's a chance obviously it'll split, but it's not a bad thing if it does that. We just need this come night time. You know, I want to check something. Video settings. So I've got clouds on fast and particles on all, yeah, so if it was going to put it in the sky, I guess maybe they just took that away, or it's not in this pack. Sometimes you can see, you know, them constellations, them shapes, like if it's in the sky, you'll actually see it as a big blue thing in the sky, in that shape, so you know that that's there. Obviously it doesn't seem to be in this one, or maybe it's just something, like maybe I'm missing a beat somewhere. I don't know, we'll find out. So we're gonna need 4 illumination powder as well. Okay, so we're gonna grab the 4 of them. We're gonna put that away. We're gonna put that away. We don't want it on us anymore. We've got the 2 buckets still. Gonna keep our constellation papers with us. I'm gonna repair these tools quickly, guys. They're so damaged. It's very. You guys hopefully should know how to do these types of things by now. Okay, so we'll place this up here. Put the required stuff in. I'm not too worried about this. Like, once we go back to the twilight stage, I found the dungeon, but I've not opened it, and I'm going to be showing you guys how we kind of go about that once, you know, in an episode or 2, and we'll see what we're going to make of it. Eat a little bit of food. Thank you. You not absorbed that one yet? Maybe you're going to split this time. Well, she's going to split and make the quality go down when I don't want it to now. No? Okay. And as you see, it turns orange once it's max. Now, if we put this in there, it's got a chance to split, okay? Oh, why is it keeps doing that? Okay, so if we put this here, cute. This has now got a rare chance to actually split into 2, okay? I'm not sure what the percentage is. I know it's just thingy. But once it's at maximum size, what it can do, it can split, and it can give you a gem that's got a higher purity level than what that had. So I think that had 49% purity level. So the size will go back down, so you'll have to build it up again. But it's an easier way to kind of just, you know, get a better gem out of it. So that's what we're looking for at the moment. We're just going to kind of let that go. So it's looking at night time now. So as you come back here, it's available, and we should hopefully have some other stars popping off somewhere. That one doesn't seem too bright. This one seems a little better, guys. Okay, so what we got at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one seems like a long one. I think it could potentially be this one. How many have we got right now? Like, what's going on here? No, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. It's not going to be Versio, is it? So, like, that's going to say... No, I don't think that is either. Let's go. I'm hoping it is going to be in the stars tonight, guys. Oh, there we go. This one seems quite simple now. So, we're going to go here, then go here. Like I say, Versio seems to be kind of one that's quite common. There we go. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right either, guys. But there is our speed one. Okay. We have one more to collect. But I am thinking it's not here tonight. Okay. Like I say, sometimes it'll take a few nights to get. That doesn't look like it at all. Like, if we look at this here, it's a 1, 2, 3 there and then 1, 2, 3 there. Like, that's not in that kind of shape, is it? Oh, wait. Maybe it is, guys. Maybe it is. It's just a bit off. Yeah, it is. Okay. There we go. And that's that one discovered too. Okay. So we're going to shift click the book, put that one away, and we're going to be attuning ourselves to the Versio one. Okay. This is what we're doing right now. How's this doing? What's it done? Oh, as you guys can see, it's now split. So we have 2 crystals now. If we click, that's 48, and I'm hoping, there we go, that's 56. All right. As you can see, though, it's, you know, its quality's gone quite down. Not quality, the size of the gem, and we want a higher size to be able to give us a better thing. So we're going to kind of hopefully build that up over this night, and we'll get a gem made. We'll use that one to make the actual altar that we need. Okay, because it doesn't really require much, that one. And yeah, that's kind of that for now. There's a way to automate that process later as well if it's still got the stuff from the other pack that I remember. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold this, okay? And as I said before, we can kind of see where it is. So that looks like it's definitely there. This one kind of looks like it's coming from here. Yeah. All right, then we got one just next to this. Okay, we've got one over here, guys. I would say this. Where are you from? Oh, this one on the left. Oh. See, zombies, go away. We're working here. We're going to put it there for now, guys. I'm going to rush over here. See, I was going to place that wrong then. Right. This one doesn't require as many as you can kind of see. It looks like that's right. Maybe this is off. Maybe that's got to be there. Okay. And there you go. Once it's correct, it's going to do this. Okay, guys? Once it's correct, it's going to do that. Now, you can attune yourself, guys. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go and stand inside of it. And this is how you get yourself attuned. So, if you wanted to go down a different path, all you would do is you'd hold the other constellation, you'd put your relays down according to however it's appearing on the bottom, like I did with this one. And if it's correct, it will kind of start doing this for you. And this is how you got to attune yourself to this magic. Okay, and this is going to unlock perks for us, and this is where things get quite fun with the game. We've got to start getting some movement speed. Finally, people. This is why it's so good, because our armor is going to get us movement speed eventually, and this is going to get us a lot, so we can gain our levels extremely quickly. Plus, for the time being, we will be going down the path of increasing our levels, so to speak. So that's us done. If we come here now, we have perks. All right, people. So here we are. You can got a level bar here that's going to increase as we move around. We've got perks. It'll go up quite fast at first, and then it's going to start going really slow. And what happens is you've got an entire perk tree, guys. Now, you can read most of it yourself, but the 5 main ones are here. These big circles. Now, depending on where you start, depends on which one you have. So, because we went for VCO, we've got this. It gives us 1 added reach, and you gain experience by travelling the world. The one over here, look, you gain experience by building things, breaking blocks, experience by dealing damage and taking damage. So this is why I said this is the best one, easiest one, because you're always gaining stuff because you're always moving around. All right. You know, you can always mix and match. It takes a long time to get used to which way you want to go down this way, and you kind of get your perk points. Then look, this will give us an extra 3% movement speed. It's not a lot, but as we go further across, we get bigger things, bigger tasks, other things that are going to give us more perks that we're going to enjoy. Okay, so that's. Did I even look at you? Did we look at it? I don't remember looking at it. So yeah, that's kind of the way that goes, alright guys? I mean, as you can see, we're earning a lot of XP quickly. Yeah, it's got to zoom up really quick, so we can gain a decent bonus straight away. And a lot of it multiplies, so you'll kind of just get your head around how it works yourself. That is going up right nice and quick. So that's, yeah, we really are gonna have to. What are you doing? We want this to be stronger. No, get in there. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that this night, but we'll see. We'll see what goes on. Hopefully we can. You see, I don't think if we attune it, I don't think we can increase the size of an attuned crystal. Or maybe you can. If we can, maybe we should just get it attuned now. Doesn't really make too much difference, and we can make a better one off camera if we need to. But yeah, so what we can do, we can literally just, as we jump around, look, you're going to see us go up a level in a second. There we go. We can go back to our book, and as you can see, we've got more perks. And as we go, look, an extra 3% movement speed, 5% movement speed, and a dodge chance, yeah? If you click your stats, it's going to show you your stuff. So now our movement speed is a little bit more, and we've got 6 reach instead of 5, yeah? And you don't have to stay on this line either. If you go around here, like we can come around here to gain extra health, so that we also gain experience then by building things. If we go kind of through the middle, guys, yeah, we will gain bigger expenses. Like, look, here's extra 15% of perk effectiveness. So all these things will add up to how we can actually perform. All right. Increased swim speed. I usually like that one a bit. Overall need for food. Items dropped when mines like go into your inventory straight away. It's always a nice one. We're gonna kind of go down this way because this will give us a lot of movement speed, and we also get this mantle, which will eventually allow us to fly. All right, so it's kind of one of the easiest ways to, you know, get around to be able to fly for now. All right, you've also got this. Look, you place sources in light caves and things like that. So there's quite a lot of different paths to go down. Like, it's so hard to kind of fully explain to you guys. All you have to do is just kind of do it yourself a little bit, you know, like look here, we want 4 minutes for a dodge chance, or should we go for the attack speed? I'm gonna want to go for attack speed, me. You know, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down this way. And obviously as we go on, we got a little bit more movement speed, and since we gain experience from moving, so you can see we're moving a bit faster now. It's very, very beneficial for us. I'm sure you'll agree. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna keep increasing the gem a little bit, I think, in this one. Hopefully we'll get it up strong enough to be able to show you guys in this episode what we need to do with it. We're gonna keep these bits on us. Get rid of this rubbish. We don't want you here. Go away. I'm not even bothered about it. Go away. Just leave me alone. Okay. We've got our resonating wand, our bucket, which we do kind of need on us there. We've already done the Versio, so we can just kind of put it up there. Alright. Now, if we go back to like the constellations, there's still so much to do with this now. We've got like rituals and stuff you can delve into. We're not going to do too much of that at the moment. I just wanted to get this perk stuff started so we can get a bit of boosts to our stats and that, guys. As early as possible so we can start doing it, you know. I don't know if we can make them this part, but there's such thing called a vector plate. Oh, we can make the first version. So a vector plate is just like some stone, some sugar, sort of like an agent with some iron. We can upgrade this the next stage to being a faster version. And what we're basically going to do is they basically move you, yeah? So if any of you are clever enough, you kind of know what we're going to be doing is we're going to make a little square room, a little tiny room, where we can just stand on, and the vector plates will keep us moving, so I can like leave it maybe for an hour off camera, yeah, just gaining levels, because it really can take a long time. And just to make you guys aware, astral sorcery these levels, as you can see, there are hundreds, literally hundreds of perks, yeah? Now, if you can get, like, all of them, it's ridiculous. However, the game automatically stops it at level 30. You can only get 30 points, so you have to kind of think about it. However, the mod developers made it so it can go up to level 100, yeah? So on mine, I've already changed the config so I can go to level 60. The reason why is because I'm never going to get to a level 100, guys. It literally takes trillions and trillions of XP to get to level 100 unless you change everything, which I think is just ridiculous. I messed about with it on a previous one and I was a god. You can't die. It's not even fun. It's just too much. You should not be able to get everything. But when you get, if you can eventually get about 60 points, it's a balance. Like you can't really get everything. You can maybe get like a quarter of the stuff. But it doesn't make you a god, like invincible or anything like that. So that's why I kind of went down that path myself. We don't want plants to grow faster. We've got that in mending and stuff like that. Stone enrichment. It's usually an okay one, but we still need to kind of just keep going down this side for now. It's the closest way to get to where we need to go. We could get the swim speed one. Reduce your overall need for food. We're not too bothered about that because we need our stuff to stay up. So like if you look, we've got the light source. Like the light source one is a decent one, but we don't need too much of that. We could make our way down here. So if we come down here, we can get this, which is going to give us quite a lot of perk effectiveness, and then it'll let us get another few bits. But as you can see, like we gain bits and bobs, and once we kind of got a bit here, we'll move up to like around this area where we get hopefully a bit of extra health. Maybe we'll come across here. The extra health is obviously quite useful. And then as you keep coming around, there's like goes into speed and damage and other bits and bobs that are very, very useful in this case, alright? All we're going to do is just place it like that. That's going to keep doing. Okay. Actually, do you know what I'd like to see? At cyclic. Let's, yeah, so I didn't think so. So cyclic's very, very useful, guys. You can make quite a few bits and bobs with it. One of the things you usually can do is we can create ourselves like a block placer and a liquid placer. So in that case, what we actually are able to do is like automate this. So we'll have like these automated, and then we'll have this liquid going into the liquid placer, and then every time this empties, it'll place one in. So then we can just stand here, basically watching it get stronger and stronger. Bit of a lazy way, but I've done it in the past. Probably do it in the future too. Not gonna lie, guys. So yeah, that's sort of tuned, guys. You know, as you can see, we're earning a decent XP. As we go around as well, we're increasing the amount, like we're gonna increase the amount of XP we can actually earn, so that we can keep leveling up quickly. I mean, look, you can see, guys. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't take too much these first levels, but it's gonna start getting slower and slower and slower, bit by bit that we go. Okay, but we're gonna get faster, and we're gonna be able to move around more and more and more. And like I say, off camera, I'll be doing a load of this just so that I can basically get the advantages of it, really. Look, we've got them now. So if we come down here, yeah, we've got another 3 points, just like so. Alright, we already said we're not going to do the swimming one and we're not doing this, so we're going to kind of come down this direction. Alright. One of the really good ways is perk effectiveness, because this here, if we get this, it's going to give us all 3 of these, which is going to be 45% extra, which means if we've got like the movement speed going up, so we've got that a bit like an extra 22% at the moment, but that perk effectiveness is all at 3%, that's going to go up to 45%, guys, which means it's going to increase our 22% by 45%, so it multiplies, and then we've got, you know, you've got 3 of these ones here. Once we unlock this, we're actually able to instantly earn this one, so we get another 45 here, we get another 45, so it's like, you know, 130 or something like that, experience extra, you know, for this stuff, which is where it comes in, you know, very handy. Like there, we just got an extra 15%, okay? Look, perk experience gain plus 15%. Is that what that was? Increased perk experience gains, not effectiveness. Damn it. But yeah, that's an extra 45 experience, you know. So now we're going to be able to get XP that little bit. So you kind of just want to do that the first time around. You can basically reallocate these later on with shifting stars and irradiate stars. A shifting star, however, will reset everything and allow you to, you'll have to start from level 1 again, and you can attune yourself to a different constellation. An irradiating star is already attuned to a constellation that you want to be, and it keeps your perks levels. So it'll reset the perks, but it'll keep the levels fought that you've already earned, allowing you, you know, to kind of progress further that way. All right. So we're going to place this here. We're still doing this. I know it seems like a bit of a waste because we're just jumping around a little bit this episode, guys. But I just kind of want to get to the point so I can show you guys like how it actually works properly. And yeah, so this is why I wanted to get this done, you know, because we've got a load of travel and that to do in the twilight and stuff before we can kind of move on. So, you know, all of this hasn't been for no reason. We've not kind of been off path. The reason I say that is because, yes, we need to go and kill these other bosses that I'm going to show you how we do, yeah? And we're going to get a bit more armor. That may be another 2 episodes or something to do that. But the last part, the coal engine, guys, yeah? This is why we kind of went around this section, because I had to do this last time as well, yeah? So if we look at coal, yeah? Here's the coal engine we have to create. Look how we had create it, guys. We need a third tank. We need all these little bits and bobs, steel leaf rods, yeah, sticky pistons, all this great stuff, yeah. We need the reactor, which we can only get from the gas tower. So we had to go through some of the bosses, and you saw me do 2 of them before. We've found a couple more that we can get done. But one of the main actual aspects of this, really, is this. The celestial altar, guys, which is why I focused on getting this done now, because you have to be able to do the celestial altar, and this requires a lot of starlight. So by doing what we're doing here first, we're prepared once we get this stuff to go straight for it. The only thing that is difficult, and I will say, is the fiery gears. To make fiery gears, you need 4 fiery ingots. To get the fiery ingots, guys, it's an iron ingot with what is it? Just basically, I'm trying to see if it's going to show us or not. Like, look, yeah. So fiery ingot is fiery tears or blood. You can only acquire them 2 ways. One of them is by killing the end gas boss at the top. Yeah, a bit tedious, but it's a random amount. You are not going to get 16 from it to be able to do the 4 gears. So you might have to kill maybe a few bosses. Or what you do is you kill the Minotaur and you go against the Hydra, and the Hydra drops more. Okay, so you can kill the gas boss, which is what we need to do to get the reactor, and then we're probably going to go for the Hydra if we can, and I can kind of show you that. All of these things, though, are going to be difficult, and that's why like extra movement speed and the little bit of extra health we're going to be dipping into with these perks is also necessary. Alright? It's just for that extra oomph, to be honest with you. Okay? Oh yeah, for this one we have to kind of go like this, yeah? Locked astral sorcery. What? So can I unlock that now? Like once I've spent the 4 in there? We'll see. I'm sure it should work that way. But obviously, if we click on this now and go back to perks, click up top, 46% extra experience now, just for running about. Okay, so we're gonna gain our levels constantly. If you don't do this, it takes a little longer. That's all, guys. Okay, blank that there still. We're gonna keep increasing the strength of that. Yeah. We've got this extra bit of perk, so let's hope that this now. There you go. So now it's unlocked. It'll only take 1 point to unlock all 3 of these, and then 1 point to unlock all 3 of these. Also, it kind of gives you a bit of a scapegoat. Like, it's only going to take 1 now to get onto this side of the map if you were, say, going for something like this. Or if you're going to go, you know, you want to kind of just shoot over here to get some of these extra little perks that are a bit further away than others, you know, like you can see. So that's a really good way to kind of get around, because otherwise, you know, you have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, like you spend lots of perks to kind of move about the map. So there is a point to everything, you know, that we're kind of looking at doing. So it's not just for no reason, okay? Don't be thinking that. Right, we're just going to keep doing this while we're doing this. Jump, 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 jump. And yeah, I'm sure you've noticed we are moving a little faster now, which I'm happy about. When we can get our speed up by our armor in the next stage, by putting some redstone on, that's going to be very useful. And yeah, we really just keep going and going and going. Look, we just got 1 perk, so what we're going to do is zoom out, and we can just straight up buy this here. And when you do, it's going to give you each of the adjacent ones like that. So now we're up to 92% experience, which means we can get our next couple levels even quicker. There we go, there's 1 more level. So all we got to do, like I say, these first levels are a lot easier, and I've kind of practiced with how we get about doing it. Like, look, there's 132 extra % of XP, yeah? if you didn't have that, it would take, you know, like a lot longer to be able to do this. Okay, so we're going to run around a bit, and you're going to see it's already starting to take longer because we've not leveled up. Yeah, even with that extra experience boost. Okay, and there we go. Now we're level 16. You know, so it does take some time and some practice basically to do. I don't know what this is doing right now. What percentage are you on? That's at 500. So if we hopefully let that just do quickly. I'm hoping it's gonna have Versio in the night, so we don't have to redo another one. There we go. That's there, which means this should be active once it gets to proper night time. Hopefully, we'll see. You'll see if it's there because it'll obviously activate itself as well. Oh yeah, you know that's the issue we were having as well, weren't it? We're getting a load of bloody mobs spawning over here, doing our noggin. Like, no, stop it. Just stop it. Not allowed. You're too close to the base, and you're bugging me. I'm trying to get stuff done. All right. There we go. Just like so. That's not too bad, hopefully. So as you can see, that's, you know, active. So I'm just hoping we can get this crystal maybe upgraded a little bit more, and then we'll get it done. Okay. We're gonna run over here while we're doing so. That's away from any creatures trying to bully us. And we're gonna zoom out a little bit, and we're gonna kind of look at what path we're gonna take. So we could go down this side, give us that extra more experience and get that, which we will be needing eventually. But if we come up this way, we can do it so that we never have to like pick up stuff that we mine again, which will be handy later on. And means we don't lose drops, which I kind of like, if I'm being honest with you guys. You know, there's nothing bad about it. Plus it gives us a bit more extra reach, like attack speed, increased reach, things like that. This will give us more movement speed for now, and since that's how we're going to gain our experience. Like, look, now you can see our movement speed's at 34% extra. Okay. One more maybe beforehand. I mean, we've got the stuff here to be able to make the gem. We just need to get it attuned, and I think we're going to have time. Yeah, it's only just kind of gone to the night time. So, you know, the extra movement speed's great as well. What we're going to do most likely once we get some of these bits that we're down here is we're going to move across. You know, the effectiveness of your perks helps quite a bit, but we're going to move across to here and look, 15% extra more health, 4%, 5% increased armor. You know, just kind of going down this line here alone will get you a lot. Yeah. And then you can kind of come like over this direction. We can look at getting more bits and bobs. And like if we go in this direction, we got armor bonuses, like 20% extra armor and things like that. And just gaining that 1%, you know, helps quite a bit. Like you'll see our armor ratings moving, going up and everything. And that's why I say, like, depending on how you build yourself, once you get to a decent level, you know, if you change your configs so you can get about 60, it will still take you a long time to get 60 unless you kind of know how. But them 60, if you place them right, you get some extra perks that are very, very useful. You know, just like that one where we won't have to worry about picking up mob loot and stuff like that, or blocks that we mine. It'll automatically go straight into our inventory, you know, which is just a very helpful little trick, a neat trick for us, you know. Well, that's at 700 right now. Where's our moon at? We can probably get away with just upping it a little bit more. Okay. We're going to definitely just get this done this time. We've got the stuff there. We're going to be able to make it just like this. And we're going to get this altar made for you guys. While it's doing that, actually, what I want to grab is the stuff here. So we're going to need 1, 2. We're going to make ourselves a linking tool, which is how we control where the light goes. Okay. And our linking tool is just up here. So it's just going to require 4 sticks, 2 wood, a rock crystal, and 2 of them. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sticks, a rock crystal, and what was it? 2 of them. Yeah? That's our recipe just there. So what we're going to do is we're going to come out here quickly and we're going to create this. Nothing too difficult. Looks like it's not too much of a moonlight. I don't know 100%, but I think depending on the phase of the moonlight, you see how there's only a little bit there? I think that actually changes the amount of starlight you get. Potentially. I could be completely wrong, and if I am, I apologise, but I feel like it should, There's so much to do with just Starlight in this mod, like it really should, in my opinion. There we go, like 784, that's enough. We're going to go attune this. And just like you did with yourself, all you do, you can attune this to any type. But what we do is we chuck that in the middle. And it's got to start to get attuned. Now, later on when it comes to rituals, you have to attune it to the type of ritual you're going to be creating. So that gets a little bit more tricky. But for now, obviously, since we're just using it for this crystal, this will do. We could just have to get it to, it just has to be an attuned crystal. Alright. It will work better for you depending on like what it's got as well, like I said to you. So this should give us a decent amount, guys. Like there we go, that's attuned. So if you look now, it says attuned crystal, and if we hold shift, it's going to tell us, yeah, look, tuned to VCO. Okay, now what we can do is we can come here. We're very simply going to click this and click the plus, and we don't have enough. See guys, we don't have enough. We might have to quickly make ourselves the previous version. Luckily we've got the stuff quickly. So there's that rock crystal that we need. We'll grab 4 more of them, that, and 4 more of that. Okay, we've got a link until and everything. We might be able to get this done tonight. So yeah, you might have to just make this first one instead at the beginning of it. So look, if we place this here. Oh wait, we need to go and attune it. No, come on. Stay. Attune! There we go. Hopefully this will get attuned before the night's out, guys. And maybe we might be able to just get this crafted. We'll try our best, okay? We'll try our best for you. So we're going to get rid of you. You don't need to be here. Come on. Gimme. So I know this is taking a few episodes, but like I say, it's very in-depth and lots of stuff to do with it, and I'm hoping if you're following along, you see the reason for it. You know, the extra movement speed, the extra damage you can get, all these extra perks are very useful. Yeah, look, it's going night time now, so we're going to have to wait until the next night, to be honest with you guys. If I sleep, we might be able to just get it done in this episode, so let's... Oh, that's what we're going for now, right? We want to get this done in this episode. We'll craft that, craft the celestial one. We'll sleep just to skip it to the day. Like so. Done. Alright. That's ready to get made. Let's go clear this guy out. We don't want him here. Okay. So, yeah, I was thinking like whether you can actually grow this still or not. Should we try? Why not, right? What harm is there? It'll either be yay or nay. Oh, we're getting particles, guys. So we still can grow the attuned one. Interesting. So I wonder if we can split it and then it'll already be attuned. Or will it lose its attunement? Let's hope it doesn't do that, yeah? I could just imagine it going that wrong for me. I'm trying to show you guys how to do it and it just decides, nah, this is what's going to happen. But yeah, you know, and as you can see, as we're just walking around, you know, we're gaining extra levels to be able to get the extra perks, guys. So what we can do is we can continue coming down this movement side. 1 more perk and we'll unlock this. And as you can see, the VTO mantle now grants flight instead of elytra gliding. Yeah, that's to do with the mantle that we can create later on. Okay, look, if we show you this, like a mantle, it kind of works as a chest plate. So the mantle itself, not too difficult, requires some star metal, a few bits and bobs, yeah. And then you basically attune it, so like you got the VTO on, and you need the final altar for this. And essentially the final altar just allows you to place them relays in a similar position as you see here, yeah, and do it. I believe what we'll need to do is we need a gem that will be attuned to Versio while we make this, okay? And, you know, it's just some feathers, this stuff, and then it'll allow us to fly, guys, you know, and we can also enchant this once it's made to give it mending and unbreaking and stuff like that, because it will have a durability, okay? So let's pick this back up, so it's still attuned. And it's still getting stronger. That's good to know, guys. So there you go, in case you were wondering. That's how that works. Come on. We just want this to work. Even with the boosts, obviously it's not that great now. But you'll see the difference that these crystals make to your power, guys. Like on, well, the, you know, the moonlight. You will see the difference, and it's quite useful. Okay. We're gonna come in here. We've got these bits here ready to make that. we still don't want all this zombie flesh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're just going to grab them. I'm going to put them on top of these so they continuously keep making it. Nice and easy. I think this one's running a bit low, yeah. But we still got all these filled, practically. Especially like the end ones, look. So that's all good. But yeah, I'm hoping you guys can see that, you know, it was worth the extra little bit of time just to go and make this stuff like this. Does anyone know how long a Minecraft day actually lasts, like in real life time? Oh well, last episode was a bit short, so I guess if this is a bit longer, it just makes it up for it. But yeah, guys, I want you to remember, you know, like, I am still wanting to engage with you guys, and we're still trying to like grow the channel as we do. We've got to have more content coming, you know, once I'm a bit better, and look at what games I are interested in. Maybe a bit of Call of Duty, Zombies when the new one gets released and stuff. I always loved them, played them for years. So we are gonna have extra content in that, and we're still looking at growing the channel. But you know, I'm not gonna lie about it. I need you guys to help. You know, if you've got friends and you're watching the channel, you know, send them the video, tell them to subscribe. You know, see if they like watching it. Follow me on my Twitch. You know, leave comments and stuff. You know, positive or not. You know, you know, if it's constructive and you're just trying to give me some advice or whatever, and you feel like I should be doing something a little different, just let me know. You know, I'm not shy of it. I'll take everything on board as much as I can. Not saying I'm always going to do what you say, but I'll definitely, you know, value the opinion and the input, so I can actually look at what I'm doing and see how I can kind of just improve overall. So yeah, that's that. We don't really need to make that much stronger now. It's going to make a decent gem for us. Size wise, come on, it's just 12 now. Like I said, this one might be a little bit longer while we're doing so. You know what we can do while we wait for a moment, guys, just to get that finished. This is going to be like the last stage as well. Like, we just want to do it to kind of show you how we're going to control the starlight and turn like this into more, so then I can do it off camera, get loads of other bits together. I'll gain more levels. I might be quite a high level by the time you guys get, you know, in the next episode, because I am just going to be like this, just circling, or I might even make the vector plates and just kind of put them in a thingy section. In fact, what we'll do, we'll make some of them now, because you upgrade them into the next ones anyway. Alright, so vector plates, just a bit of sugar. How are we getting sugar? So just that. Okay, nothing special. Where you at? Give me one of them. Thank you. Chuck you there. Spin. Thank you. Sugar. That's that part done. We need some stone. 2 stone. Sorted. We're going to need a slime ball. I'll grab one of them. And 2 iron. Okay. We'll go pick that up from down here. Don't you dare. Oh, we got some here. Look at that. Alright. And vector plates. And essentially, what this does is you place it and it moves you. Wow, these are really slow, these ones. You can get super fast ones, guys. Like at the next stage, like we're going to be able to make really fast ones. But essentially, all I do, like, to be able to, you know, if you guys want to kind of copy this method, is look, we'll dig a little hole, nothing too special, okay. Now the faster ones work a lot better for us, because obviously they're faster. You know, if that wasn't obvious. But what we got to do is we just got to do this, and you essentially just make yourself a little pathway. Like, look. Now, because these ones work so slow, we're going to need it like this. But as you can see, if you kind of put yourself correct, it's just going to keep... Yeah, I figured so. This one just doesn't really... So what you'd need to do is make this a bit one more back. So at this stage, it's not that great. Like, maybe running around is better. On the next stage, though, we get, like I say, the upgraded versions, and they're quick. Let's put it that way. They're quick. you can see they also move items as well. They're quite useful if you're looking at, like, they tend to be used more for mob farms. You know, for like moving the loot and stuff, or mobs into the killing zone, so to speak. So yeah, like, look, you can see we can just stay here. It's going to move us around, and if we hold out our book and go to the perks, we'll see we're gaining experience. Not that much right now, but when we got the fast one, it goes really, really fast. Like, times this by 10, and you can't really see. It looks like your screen's freaking out. But it gains us the XP by not actually really doing much. Like, you can just leave this here for a while you go and do whatever it is you're actually doing. You know what I mean? So we're just going to get that so it's out of the way. We've done. Okay? And we are going to be getting this part here, so we're going to kind of do them down there. We need 3 more points to get that. Okay? So yeah, I just thought I'd show you that. Like, that's kind of an easy little method to be able to do it. It's better than any of the block methods, because obviously you can't really idolize the blocks yet. You know, you can't, like, maybe you set something up with your hand and you're just messing about with stuff, you might be able to, but primarily it's not the best thing to be able to do yet, okay? So that's why we're kind of going with this. I am hoping that this is going to give us enough for what we need. Like, I think it was about there, but I think maybe a bit short. I'm hoping. Oh, if not, we're going to have to build another one of these, like, here, just to kind of give it the boost that we need, which I'm not opposed to doing. I can do it, you know. In fact, what we should do, we should be a bit preemptive here. What we can do is we can just kind of look at getting the stuff for that now. We've actually got this stuff already. Look, there's the one lens. So just in case, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just in case we do have that situation, we'll build it anyway to make sure we don't. Alright, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I believe it is chiseled with marble ash. Or is it ruined? I can't remember. Go check it out. What are the others? Telling me. Marble ash, okay. Alright. And we'll just build it here quickly. Where's marble ash on the inside, yeah? Yeah, so we'll just quickly go like this. Nothing too special. Just we want to make sure that this definitely gets what we want done. To be fair, we could have just done this before, but obviously we didn't have it made. So we're doing this as a preemptive strike. We'll probably get rid of this once we got this. We won't need it again. But like I say, you know, if you really want to, you can just build it higher to gain more starlight, you know, guys. So we'll place that there, get the blue particles. There we go. So this is going to give us a bit more light. So we're definitely going to have the required amount now. We just need for it to finish going nighttime. Okay. We have our linking tool. We're going to be able to make the attuned one after doing so. Alright, you guys will get to see that. And I'm going to just turn one piece for now so you guys see how it works. But you can do it with multiple at a time. But you want to kind of just see the process yourselves, you know. Okay. As we go nighttime, this is going to start building up. I know this one's going to be a little longer than the others, guys, so I do apologise, but like I say, the other one was shorter, so we'll just class this as making up for lost time, alright? I think it's looking alright now so far, though. Aesthetically, I'm not that amazing, you know, like, it's not too great, but I'll get better as we go along, you know, I can make things look prettier. I'm just really kind of more focused on effectiveness, as you can kind of tell. Like, for me, aesthetics is kind of second when you're playing these games. But I know it's always nice to look at, and I will be looking at making things a bit more aesthetically pleasing later on. Once we've got some other things, I can mess about with it, you know. What time are we on? Okay, that's not too bad. So, come on, keep building. Imagine if we didn't. Imagine if we got, like, no moon. Like an eclipse or something. It just takes away all these moonlight. Come on. You can do it. No, you can do it, though. Come on. Get there. Get there. Get there. We'll look away for a moment. Just do a bit of running about. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Like a child. Just want it to be done. Join, boing, 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 boing. I mean, as I'm sure you guys can see, our movement speed is quite a bit better now. Obviously going to help a lot, and we will get it quite a lot faster as well. I like to be able to move quickly. Come on. And there we go. We can create that one. So let's activate. Have we lost sound? Oh. I think we lost thingy then. Oh, we didn't lose sound. It just didn't activate properly. There we go. So we're going to create this. Okay. And this gem will most likely throw our starlight through the roof. We want to create the celestial one so we've got it prepared for the next time, like you'll see, because we're going to need more and more and more, like I say, as we build these altars up. And there we go. This is a collector crystal. So now, if people tend to, I don't know if it's necessary, but most people just kind of put this here, and then you place it like one block above, like this. Now, I believe it'll automatically try to send a beam to, like if I replace this down, it'll automatically do it. But the linking tool, all you do is you click there, as you see it's selected crystal, and then you click on the altar. You have to go off every time after an action to be able to do something else with it, really. But now, as you can see, we have a lot more starlight than before. So, if we go back to astral sorcery, we can click this and click plus this time, and it will let us create this. So we're going to create the stronger one, because as we say, we're going to need that for the final process and that. So we'll just create it now so we've got the maximum. Plus, in the daytime, this will give us more, you know, a lot more, so we can probably still keep crafting stuff at daytime instead of having to worry about it that much. Alright. So, we're going to place this kind of here, and I'll show you what you do with it. Now, you can actually place, yeah, these pretty much anywhere you want now to be able to use them, okay? So you obviously always kind of want one here. One thing to note, these don't work very well being too close to each other, so you want them about 16 blocks apart, I believe, for optimum performance, yeah? So what we can do now, we can link this to this one, and you will see that this will be full straight away. Now it's completely full, yeah? It's going to produce a decent amount for us. What we can also do is if you hold this and shift click something, it'll unlink it from everything, yeah? And what we can do is we want just to collect this. We can select the crystal. You can do this with a white one or a blue one. It works better with the blue, that's all. And then what you do is you select the iron. And obviously that's got a hell of a lot of starlight because it's considering, and it's nighttime, and it basically insta did it, okay? And now, as you can kind of see, oh, not harvestable. I've not got a strong enough pick. No! What do you mean? Not harvestable. Damn. Okay. I guess we're going to have to do the Twilight Forest part to be able to harvest that properly when we get the nightly metal, which I'll be showing you guys in the next episode. But you can kind of see anyway for yourselves, you know, how that works, that, you know, now we've got our crystals and stuff. So obviously that's why we made that strong crystal, because this is going to be able to make us our stuff really easily. And we'll be able to like, transform loads of that iron ore that we get from the Twilight into the star metal, which cuts out that entire process of struggling, which means we can make other things that we're going to require the star metal for, and there is quite a bit. So it might seem a bit long-winded to get here, but once you get here, it's going to make it worth it later on, all right? So, yeah, that's it for this episode, guys. I think episode 14, you know, we're going to go back to Twilight, we're going to go through some bosses potentially, get our dungeon so that we can get a few more bits and bobs. We are going to level up obviously our perks with this stuff. Okay, we're going to keep doing that. Look, we've not got anything at the moment, but we'll get on that vector plate and just kind of let it go for a bit. So yeah, guys, you know, that's, you know, what we've got so far. I'm hoping you guys are enjoying it. You know, remember to like, share and subscribe and all that, and you know, follow me on the Twitter as well so you can see and tune in on the episodes itself. And, you know, just remember to leave comments, guys. You know, I need you guys to be reacting and, you know, letting me know, giving me feedback and stuff if I'm to make better content for you guys. But until then, I hope you're all doing well, yeah? And I shall see you on episode 4. Bye.